Hi Internet. I've had a few questions about installing an LED strip with the Ultimate 64. So I thought I would just make a little quick video just to cover off what the process is. So the first thing you want to do is go to Gideon's website and look at the support page for the Ultimate 64 motherboard. And in the support page is mentioned the type of LED strip that you'll need to purchase. And you should be able to get that from either DigiKey or Mouser, or if you've got a local electronics store, possibly even them. So you'll find that when it arrives, it'll be on a small reel-to-reel style reel, and it'll be much longer than what can physically fit in the case, but that's okay. As per the support page, Gideon says that only 24 of the LEDs are supported anyway. So all you'll need to do is count off your 24 and then just get some scissors and just cut after that 24th LED. I found that with where I'm going to place it, I'm actually only going to have 22 or 23. Again, you just cut that line and you're done. Most likely it's going to come, depending upon where you order it from, it's going to come with either no wires on here at all or some wires with a different type of plug. This was the sort of plug that was on mine. So I just cut that off and I've replaced it with a 4-pin DuPont connector, which again, you should be able to get that from one of your electronics suppliers. And this is a 3-pin, but this will give you a bit of an idea of what you'll be in for. If you've never used these before, they're a bit fiddly. That's it there. Hopefully you can see that. So what you want to do is strip back the insulation, exposing a few mil of copper. And what you'll want to do is put the copper so that it fits into that little clamping mechanism there, and then just clamp it over using pliers. If you're lucky enough to have the right tool, then even better. I don't have the tool, so I actually just prefer to solder it in there because I find that's pretty quick and easy. So you'll have 4 of these, so each wire will obviously go into each individual pin, and then once you've put them on, they just slide up inside there, and they have a little locking pin, and you'll hear a nice little click, kind of like an Ethernet connector. You'll hear it click in place, so you'll know it's locked in there and it's not gonna come out. Just give it a little tug to make sure. So once you've got your connector on there, that's essentially what you should end up with. And I've decided with mine, because it's a clear case and I want to sort of eliminate as much glare as I can, I'm actually going to put it up here where the keyboard bracket is. I'll have it sit something like that. I'm doing it on the back of the keyboard up here so that the light will shine forwards, not backwards. And I'm doing that because I think if I'm using a CRT, which is quite possible, if they were shining towards the back of the case, you're probably going to get a bit of glare on the CRT. It's not so much of an issue with the LCD, but yeah, I don't want to risk that. So I'm going to pop it here. And this, for those of you that don't know, that's double-sided tape on there. So you just peel that off, and then that will just stick something like that there. And because the lights will be shining towards me and up sort of under this bracket, that should just give a nice diffusion without any glare. And once that is done, I should be able to close this thing up, and that will complete my clear case installation. One thing is, if you do get this cord too short, and I did, once originally I was going to have it on the bottom here and the cord would have fit. You can get these little DuPont extension leads, so it's a male on one side and a female on the other, and you can just give yourself a little bit more cable without having to, say, chop that off and then solder in all the individual wires to extend it out. Now, that's just me. You may prefer to chop the wires and extend it out, but I think that this is an okay solution, because I don't really have the time to go and redo that whole connector. I am also using the standard Ultimate 64 power supply. Came with it when I bought it. That has not been a problem. It doesn't run anything other than lukewarm, even though we've got the additional that LED strip in there. So I don't think there's any issues in using the original power supply. So if you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section, and I'll endeavour to reply as soon as I can. All right, thanks guys. I hope this has been somewhat useful to those of you that are thinking of doing this. Oh, and of course the other thing, once you've installed the LED strip, you need to go into the configuration of the Ultimate 64 configuration and enable the LED strip. It's not enabled by default. And that's it. Then you'll have your LED strips, and you can choose from a always on mode, or you can have it where it's triggered different patterns by music coming out of the C chip. All right, guys, that's it from me. I hope this has been useful. All right, cheers, guys.